class.
Yeah, now.
Yeah, now it's coming.
Okay. So this is a document guide actually, okay, which we have it. Okay, it contains like almost, okay, you can see that, okay, huge number of, okay, the pages. Okay, it's like, even though it contains like 156 pages. Okay, we can just, okay, quickly, okay, finish this thing so that, okay, you will be aware of that. Okay, what are all the settings actually we need to do it. Okay, before we set up the SAP ERP to SCM. So you may be knowing this thing, right? Okay, first of all, okay, if two SAP systems want to communicate to each other, there should be RFC destination, and even for the RFC destination, okay, there should be a RFC user also. So this user, okay, can be anything. So make sure that, okay, you have a SAP all access for this user. Okay, so it's saying that, okay, just create the RFC user and then, okay, create these things and assigning the logical system to the client. I shown you these things, okay, yesterday, that, okay, how we can assign a logical system to the client. And then, okay, we mentioned, okay, about the APO release also. Okay, so this is like, okay, each logical system, okay, is going to have like, okay, the different SAP STM versions. So we just mentioned, okay, these things. And RFC destinations, okay, we just mentioned it. So we just, okay, entered, okay, to the ERP system, and then, okay, we maintained the RFC connection, okay, to the SCM system. Okay, so APO CLNT 890 is the RFC connection. So if you got actually any doubt in the here, actually you can just let me know also. So we just, okay, this all, okay, like, okay, set up, okay, the RFC connection, and then, okay, we just, okay, just find, okay, that, okay, the each logical system, okay, what is that, okay, the RFC destination also. So if you just follow this config guide, okay, you can set it up, okay, even at your home. So in our system, actually, okay, we already set it up. So you can see that, okay, the APO CLNT 890, it is connected, okay, to the system of, okay, the RFC destination of APO CLNT 890, okay. And, okay, so if you want to test, yeah.
Can you increase the font size a little bit if you don't mind?
Yes, I'm actually, okay, just trying the thing, okay. One minute, just give me 1 minute, then I can. Even in the screen resolution also I changed to the max. So is it better now or 1 minute?
We don't see it.
Let me try this thing at least, okay. Is it better now? Can you see?
Yeah,
No.
Okay, that's cool. Okay. So, okay, so we assigned, okay, that this is the target system, and, okay, we just, okay, made that, okay, the connection setup also. So now actually I have to decrease, okay, this little bit, okay, of my PDF file. Okay, so once, okay, you just, okay, set up that, okay, the RFC connection, okay. So you have to just, okay, enable that, okay, if you want to enable that, okay, the local workflow to be automatic customizing. So SWU3 in both the systems, you just go here. So it's very simple transaction, just enable that, okay, the workflow local _100, so that, okay, some of, if there's any release strategies or anything, okay, they'll just get automatically approved. So I'll just show you these things. So make sure that, okay, the connection is up and running for the local client, wherever actually we are just working on these things. So you can just see that, okay, the RFC destination, okay, should be available, okay, for that, okay, this thing. So if you just, okay, execute this thing, so you can see that, okay, that it should be like connected to the workflow _, okay, the local _, okay, the 800. So it's always, okay, the naming convention is like, okay, the workflow _ local _, okay, that particular client.
So what is the T code for this one you said?
Okay, the T code, okay, is SWU3. Okay, SWU3. Or okay, you can, if you follow my guide, right, okay, it contains even that, okay, the menu path also.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So next, okay, next thing what you have to do is that, okay, you have to just, okay, set up that, okay, because we know that, okay, the ECC system, okay, communicates to SCM system, okay, using that, okay, using the QRFC. So what actually you can just do is that, okay, you just go to the SPRO and then, okay, set up that, okay, the QRFC. So whenever if you set that, okay, the QRFC, you have to specify that, okay, what kind of queue actually, okay, we want to connect these things. So you can just go here and then, okay, you can just go to the integration with the other mysap.com components. So this actually, I'm just doing all these things, okay, in the ECC system. So you can just go to the EWM. So just, okay, go to that, okay, the basic settings for this thing. So we define the logical system, assign this thing, and okay, we specified the APO release, and we specified that RFC destination, and we assign the RFC destination to the class also. There actually, okay, this is the place, okay, where you have to set that, okay, the queue type also. So APO CLND 890, I just want to control the queue type as, okay, the inbound queue. So there are two types of, okay, the queues you can configure, whether it's one is an outbound queue and another is an inbound queue. That means, okay, which system is actually controlling the processing also. That means, okay, let's say that, okay, my APO system actually is having a huge system and, okay, it has enough capacity. So I can use the outbound queue so that, okay, my ECC system can push as much data as possible. But sometimes, okay, if I want to actually don't want them, okay, to process immediately, I just want to stop the queue. And then later actually I want to process them in the inbound of the APO, I can put the queue type as a inbound also. So you have to always, okay, discuss with your basis guy and then, okay, decide that, okay, whether what kind of queue is actually good for the your system.
So I have one question. This is Prabhu.
Yeah.
For example, we have different APO, different EWM, and a different VI and a different R3. So
Okay.
how that connection would be made for these four systems?
Yeah, see, the thing is that, okay, I know that, okay, see, at the end actually, are you running APO and EWM in the same system or in the different system?
We are in the same system, but this is just one situation. Because of the huge data or the volume, the APO or EWM might be in two different servers.
Yeah, exactly. Usually, okay, what actually we standard recommendation is that, okay, don't run EWM and APO in the same box.
Right, right.
Yeah, so what actually you can just do is that, okay, you just, okay, put the two separate logical systems, okay, one for APO and one for EWM, and then, okay, once the logical system is defined, right, okay, we can put all those things, okay, separately.
Okay.
Okay, so that, okay, what actually it will do is that, okay, for the planning purpose, the data will be going to the APO, and for the warehouse execution side, okay, the data will be distributed to the EWM thing.
So that in that case, the inbound queue for this EWM
so
would be from
what
APO
actually
as well as from ECC.
We can do, suppose, let's take this example itself. Okay, see here, okay, we have two logical systems. One is for APO and one for, okay, this thing. Suppose assuming that, okay, your APO can handle it, okay, as much traffic, okay, it receives it, okay, for APO you can put the queue type as an outbound, and assuming that, okay, EWM is like a much lesser size system, okay, or the QRFC resources are not so much available or the dialog work process are available less, you can just put the queue type as inbound for EWM alone.
Okay.
Srini,
Is it clear now?
Srini,
Yeah.
Srini. So if we set
Yes,
up,
please go ahead.
if we set up queue type as outbound, then the queue
Okay.
will be stopped in the ECC or in the EWM system.
The queue will be stopped in the ECC. So that, okay, first actually ECC will collect all the bunch of queues and then it will push it at once. Or, okay, based on that, okay, the work process available in ECC. So it won't bother about that, okay, whether the queue is received in APO or not, but, okay, just construct the packet and then try to send it as much as possible.
What is the difference between inbound and outbound?
Okay, I'll tell you this thing, okay. Which one, okay, see here, the settings, the queue processing is controlled by the sending system, okay, in case of the outbound queue. That means, okay, see, that means which system is actually controlling the queue. Suppose, let's take this example. I want to give a very practical example. Okay, it's like assuming that, okay, both are like, okay, one big pipe to the small pipe, or from the small pipe to the big pipe information.
Okay.
Is it clear now? Suppose, okay, I'm just powering the data from a small pipe to a big pipe. Then, okay, you will be using the outbound queue. So that, okay, it can push it, okay, whenever the load comes from the small pipe, and then it can push it as much as possible. Is it clear now? So the small pipe, okay, can operate at its full load, so that, okay, the queue consolidation will happen it in the ECC side, if it is an outbound queue.
That means this setup is required to collect and push the things, or why we need this setup, you said?
Okay, so that's what. Let's take this example that, okay, you are going to push a large volume of data from ECC to a APO system.
Okay.
So then, okay, SAP suggests that, okay, you have to, okay, put this setting as an inbound queue. So that, okay, the queue processing, okay, what it will do is that, okay, APO will receive the data and then it can consume it, okay, on its own. So it will not actually, okay, depend on the ECC to consume the data. It will just put it in the buffer in the APO, in the SMQ2, and then it will consume it whenever the dialog work process is available.
Okay.
Okay, I'll tell you, okay, I see, there is a one thing. In SAP, you might be knowing that, okay, that there is to execute everything, you need to have a work process.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you push the data, if it is an outbound queue, okay, what actually ECC assumes is that, okay, you always have a work process in the APO and then you are going to receive the data. But in case of huge volume data, what happens is that, okay, there may be some data may not be picked up by the APO system. So in that case, actually you have to put this setting as an inbound queue for the huge volume of data. Most of the times, if it is a APO or, okay, EWM systems, okay, we set them as like inbound queues only.
Okay.
So that's why, okay, if you just, okay, press F1 for the more help here, okay, you can just get the better, more explanation on this thing.
Okay.
Okay, so once, okay, we just, okay, define, okay, that, okay, the queue type, okay, just, okay, we just, okay, define that. Once you define like any two systems, okay, you just need to generate that, okay, the integration models also. So I already did these things. Okay, so you can just go to that, okay, the CFM1 or, okay, the CFM2 transactions also, okay, to generate, okay, the integration models, okay, or you can, in the latest one actually, okay, you can go to the menu path actually to you can generate, okay, the integration model here. So the transaction code, okay, is CFM1, and, okay, to activate it and to send the data, okay, it is CFM2 also. Okay, so it's very simple thing only. And if required, actually, okay, periodically, okay, you can just, okay, schedule, okay, the background job programs. Okay, one is used to, okay, to collect the data, another is to activate or delete it, another is, okay, used to delete the integration model. Okay, so people usually, okay, schedule these three programs as a background job, okay, so that, okay, you can periodically, okay, distribute the data. But one more other thing is that, okay, the material master maybe keep on changing in SAP ECC. I just want to actually, okay, send them, okay, based on the change pointers. So most of you might be already hear this word change pointers. Suppose like, okay, assuming that, okay, you have two SAP systems, okay, let's take this thing. Assuming that, okay, it's not the SAP SCM system, you have two SAP systems, and if one SAP system, if a material master changes, I want to send the data automatically to other SAP system. How do you do this thing as of now?
By setting up the change profile, change pointers.
Exactly.
And
so,
the distribution model.
Yes, exactly. So what actually you need to do is that for the MatMask IDOC, okay, you will be activating the change pointers, and then, okay, that RBD, some program is there, okay, which will be keep on, okay, reading the change pointers, and then it will be distributing it to the other system. Same thing, okay, here also. So first actually, okay, you have to enable, okay, the change pointers, okay. So if you want to activate, okay, the change pointers enabling, and then, okay, how you want to insert those particular change pointers. So first, okay, you have to activate the change pointers, okay, the generally, and then, okay, for the MatMask, you have to go and, okay, activate the change pointers, okay, per message type. So you will have, okay, for the material master also, okay, one of the SIF mat, okay, if you want, okay, you just, okay, activate, okay, for that particular material master here. Is it clear now? Same thing, yeah.
Here also we use IDOCs only for the to transfer the data.
No, it's not IDOC actually, but the concept is same only. See, what it will do is that, okay, change pointers concept is common to all SAP applications.
Okay, yeah.
So what it will do is that, okay, suppose if a material master is changed, what SAP will do is that it will create a change pointer and then it will write it to the table CD post and CD HDR. You might be knowing these tables, right?
Right.
Okay, so what it will do is that, okay, when I run my safe, okay, for the change pointer program, it will read the change pointers and then it will collect only the materials which got changed only from the last run. And from that thing you can construct an IDOC, or you can construct a flat file, or you can construct a SIF queue also. Anything you can do it.
Okay, so
yeah,
which
basically
program,
is like
for example, once we activate
Yeah.
change pointers,
Okay.
which program will actually read this one and send data to EWM?
Okay, that's what actually, okay, okay, there is a background program, okay, which actually had to schedule it. I'll just tell this program also.
Okay.
Activate, okay, change pointers, okay. I'll tell you, there's a program name in the ESP4 actually, okay. Can you see the program name? RSPPMCHG.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the program. Usually, okay, we schedule it as a background job, okay. So that it actually goes and, okay, reads the change pointers and then, okay, transfers the data to the APO.
Okay.
Okay,
Got it.
so if you in the enhancement pack 4, actually it's a node should be available. Okay, so or okay, you can just click this. Okay, you can get the program name also. Okay, so
Got it.
So once, okay, assuming that, okay, these things are done, then you have to maintain, okay, the queue scheduler, okay, the settings also. Okay, so the QRFC settings, okay, what you have to do is that, okay, you have to register, okay, a particular queues also. So there are two transactions available, okay. One is, okay, the SMQR. One is, okay, which is used to register the queues. So usually, okay, people, okay, suppose you may be receiving the queues from the CRM system or from SRM system, okay, from different other SAP systems, okay, to ECC, right? Okay, so, but what actually as a simple process I did here is that, okay, instead of, okay, bothering about, okay, all the queues and naming convention, I just directly kept the star actually, so that, okay, it processes all the queues. Okay, okay, otherwise, okay, what exactly you have to do is that, okay, you have to put the specific queue names. That means, okay, what the queue name starts, like, okay, CF star or delivery star or EWM star, or whether it's the quality inspection one. So each of the queues, okay, the starting letter, okay, you can just put it so that, okay, it processes only that particular queues only, the rest it can be ignored only. Is it clear now? So I just, okay, used, okay, the star as a simple thing. Otherwise, okay, suppose if you want to use only the CF star, right, what you need to do is that, okay, click on the registration and then, okay, you can specify, okay, the CF star so that it processes only the CF queues only.
Do we need to define the CF for anything like this one anywhere, or it is?
No, this is transaction code.
No, this is like, okay, see, one thing I'll tell you, this CF queues, okay, let's take this example, okay, same EC system can be connected to multiple other SAP systems also. It may not be only APO, it may be connected to CRM, it might be connected to SRM also.
Right.
So SRM queues, okay, contain the different name. And then, okay, suppose, okay, I want to process only the queues, and assuming that, okay, for SRM queues, okay, I want to process like, okay, the maximum runtime, okay, I want to change this thing to 100 seconds. And attempts, I want to change it to 20. So like, okay, separate queue, I want to handle it differently here.
Okay.
So that's what the settings, okay, you have available. So SMQR, okay, which you can go and, okay, register your queues. So you have to first, okay, register the queues. And anyway, we already maintained that, okay, the RFC destination. And, okay, for that, whatever the user actually, okay, which we are going to put that, okay, the parameters, okay, we already, I think, already set this parameters. So what is the number of, okay, the retries, okay, it has to do it, okay, and what is the mode. So everything is available in the integration with, okay, the other mysap.com components. So this is the one. Okay, so I just put it for every user, okay, put this, okay, the QRFC mode, okay, and then, okay, the suppose see here, okay, if you want to actually stop the queues, okay, if it is sent by a particular user actually, you can just, okay, register the thing and then you can put the debugging X also here for that particular user. This is the other way of, okay, stopping the queues. So I just, okay, wherever the username is used, okay, I did not put any specific user ID so that, okay, it will be applicable for all the other users also. Okay. So next, okay, anyway, you might be knowing that, okay, whenever if two SAP systems are getting integrated, make sure that, okay, the like unit of measurement and, okay, the ISO codes, okay, the countries and language keys, okay, should be same in the both the systems.
These won't
So
get
this,
these
sorry?
data won't get transmitted from ACC.
Actually these are like, okay, the SM30 entries, okay. What you can do is that, okay, there is something called a table adjust feature also. Okay, so what you can do is that, okay, you can just, okay, go to the transaction normally, okay, even in the SCM system. Suppose like, okay, the country of, okay, the table, okay, suppose like, okay, the unit of measurement table, okay, if I want to, okay, so T006, okay, what you can do is that, okay, you can do the comparison. I don't know why actually this option is not enabled actually. Once you are doing the comparison, okay, you can select, okay, for this table and with this particular system, like, okay, our R3 system, I can do the comparison. And then, okay, there is a feature called as adjust also. Okay, can you see here? Actually, there's a feature called as adjust here. I don't know find the reason that why it's not enabled. Okay, so whatever be the data available in the SM, it's like, okay, I have a one view available in SM30 in one SAP system. I have the same data is available in other SAP system. I can adjust it also, so that, okay, whatever the data is available in the parent system, okay, it will be transferred here automatically. No ALE, no QRFC, nothing here.
What is the transaction code for that?
SM30.
It's SCPM, okay, or, okay, you can just do it from the sometimes, okay, SM30 also. Usually you should have this feature, okay, adjust also, or SCMP is a transaction. It's like more or nothing to do anything with SCM or ERP. It's only to compare the two tables and then adjust the tables only.
In different
It's a kind
systems?
of version management kind of thing only. SCMP.
In different systems, you mean like EWM and ECC?
Yeah, see, I'm in SCM system now. I want to compare this table with my ERP system T90 CLNT 090. So that, okay, you can just compare it and then we should be able to adjust it also.
But the adjust function is not working there.
Yeah, actually I don't find the reason that, okay, why that adjust is not enabled. Okay, usually it should get enabled. Okay, next
What
thing
kind
is
of
that, okay, yeah, sorry, come
What
again?
kind of adjustment we do?
It's
What
like,
kind
okay,
of adjustment we do?
it's basically like, okay, let's say that, okay, you maintain, okay, some units of measurement in SAP system, okay, ECC, and the same unit of type measurement should be available in SCM also. Is it clear now? Suppose like,
Yes.
okay, the unit of measurement like
Okay.
PC, kg, all those things, or sometimes, okay, you may be using custom unit of measurement also. So I just want to transfer the same unit of measurement to EWM also.
Okay. So you want to say the synchronization of the tables configuration.
Yeah, it's the same thing, like synchronization of the tables only. Otherwise, okay, the best way is that, okay, go to the SM30, just download it in one Excel sheet and then, okay, upload them again here also.
Oh, is it? Okay.
That's most, okay, if you actually, like, as a layman, if you want to do that thing, still we can go and, okay, do those things also.
But how much powerful this transition is? Means, as we know that this will be done by this transition.
Yeah.
But is there a possibility that this transaction will show but the table will not get reflected over here?
Yes, of course, actually, okay, when you do the adjust, actually it will show the log that, okay, how many entries are, okay, the differences are available between source system to the target system, and also once you adjust it, okay, it will show that, okay, these many records got updated also.
Dini?
Yeah, that is right. That's
So this transaction we can use for different clients in the same system?
Different client in the sense, actually make sure that, okay, the only thing you have to have is that, okay, you should have one RFC destination to the target system. That's the only thing it requires, nothing else.
Okay.
So no need to depend on any other SCM configuration. Only thing is that you should have only RFC destination only.
Okay.
Okay.
so in this transaction actually system will pull from the source system and take into the screen, and then we can put the adjustment and execute, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
So, and apart from that, okay, whenever we are executing, okay, EWM, okay, it's actually the EWM is designed, okay, something like, okay, the as a part of, okay, the SPM solution that's called as, okay, the service parts management, okay. So there are, okay, this to activate, okay, the material master additional screens and all those things, okay, you don't worry about this particular step, okay. What we have is that, okay, we have a BC set is available, okay, so you can skip all this particular step, okay, you can always, okay, select this particular BC set and then, okay, you can activate it also. And this is a one-time setting, so don't do it again. So the BC set transaction is, okay, SCPR20. Okay, so all the thing, okay, which are actually, okay, can you see here now? What are relevant for the SCM thing, okay, all the BC sets in ECC, they start with SPE. What happened? I'm in which system?
We are in SCM.
Yeah, sorry, I'm in SCM system, okay.
We are in ECC.
Yeah. Okay, so SCPR20, just go to that, okay, the SPE material screens, okay, which you have to just activate them.
Repeat the transaction code.
SCPR20. That's the transaction code which is used, okay, to activate any BC sets in any SAP system. So anyway, later actually we will activate, okay, this kit to order and all those scenarios when we are going to execute those things, okay. So if I just, okay, this is the BC set, okay, which we have to activate it, okay, if you want to have the additional fields, okay, for the material. So don't bother about, okay, any of those things. You can just directly go here. But the only thing you have to do is that you have to just click the activate only. That's all we have to do it. So that, okay, it will do all the configuration for you. Okay. Anyway, and then, okay, we just, okay, maintain that, okay, the connection and the material screens are available, okay, as part of the BC sets. Next, as part of this thing, okay, you have to define that, okay, the number ranges for the deliveries. Anyway, I think, okay, which is already available, or, okay, you might be knowing it already to define this number ranges. You can directly go to that, okay, the SNRO. Sorry.
Srini?
Yeah.
So all the steps what you are defining here are in sequence, right?
Yeah, they're all in sequence. Okay, this is like, okay, see, this is like a one compilation of full set.
Okay, yeah, like one by one, only after this one you have to do this one like that, something like that one, right?
Exactly, exactly. So it's like, okay, so we just defined, okay, that number ranges.
And the same number ranges goes to SCM as well, or we have to define there also?
No, these things, okay, I'm just, okay, putting only the number ranges in the ECC only.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so. And then, okay, you have to activate
Srini, one doubt. Sundar here. Why are you doing number range configuration ECC for EWM?
No, this is, okay, something called as, okay, the unchecked deliveries. Okay, if you are using the service parts management, okay, what people will do is that, okay, they may not use not only the ECC, okay, actually the ideal solution is something like this thing, okay, they have CRM and then ECC and then EWM in the backend. So, have you ever heard of this word called as unchecked deliveries?
Yeah, correct.
Okay, what is that thing? That's good to hear at least, okay, you know something about this thing. So here actually we don't have anything in the CRM side, so we don't need to bother exactly. But okay, when the CRM, okay, see, unchecked delivery means, okay, I just create a document, okay, but the commitments and all those things will not be posted. Suppose sometimes, okay, I want to, like, okay, do this planning, like, okay, expected goods receipt also. I just, okay, create only the purchase order, or sometimes, okay, I can create a delivery document directly in EWM, and then the data will be transferred to ECC again. Is it clear now? See, I can create a document directly in EWM, outbound delivery, and then the data can be come directly to ECC also.
Okay.
Okay. So that
So
means
the
there
numbers
is
will
no
be same
document.
between EWM and ECC.
Sorry, come again?
The number will be same in EWM and ECC.
Yeah. So that's what. In that case, actually, it will become external number range.
Okay.
Okay.
Srini, one more thing.
Yeah.
So this number range we have to define in ECC and also in EWM.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yes.
It has to be matching only. So it's in that's what. It's only applicable only in the case of unchecked deliveries only.
So what do you mean by that?
Okay. Unchecked delivery means, okay, suppose if you create it, okay, the order from CRM, the CRM usually create it as an unchecked delivery in ECC.
Okay.
Okay, so for that purpose, okay, they are creating it here.
I mean, the CRM document is coming directly from CRM to EWM, not going to ECC, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And once it goes to the EWM, then it updates and sends it to ECC.
Exactly, and then, okay, ECC it will convert it to the check delivery again.
Yeah.
So only in that case we will define the number range in both systems, or
See, the thing is that, okay, usually in this case actually, I'll tell you the source system, usually it's a CRM is the one actually which drives the business thing.
no, forget about CRM because right now we are not involving CRM. So
Yeah, suppose if the CRM is not there actually, this thing,
Yeah.
okay, you don't need to worry about these things.
Okay, okay.
no,
Okay, so-
if CRM is if CRM is not there, in that case will we define number range in both systems?
Thing is that, okay, if there is scenario that, okay, if you are going to directly create a delivery document in EWM, then it is required.
Otherwise it is not required.
Yes, exactly.
If the
See,
source
this
is not-
document, okay, yeah, because this document is like, okay, this document is like a solution manager content. It assumes that, okay, you are configuring everything only.
So that if I understood correctly, if the source system is like ECC, we will define number range here, and we don't really need to define number range in the EWM, right?
Yes, exactly. You need to only define the number range only for the documents that are getting created only in EWM only.
Not
Not related with ECC at that time.
Exactly. Because, okay,
That's where Srini, I am confused. If it is applicable to EWM, why are we doing it in ECC, the number range?
sorry, come again?
If it is applicable only to EWM, why I am doing it in ECC?
No, you're just again, see, this is only applicable only for the unchecked deliveries only.
Srini,
Yeah.
now we are somewhat confused here.
Okay.
So my first question is, will we define, for example, if we take the deliveries, will we define number ranges in both systems or no?
Okay, first of all, okay, you need to define the number ranges in both the systems, and that number ranges, okay, that numbers will be different in both the systems.
Exactly.
See, you got my point?
So we need, that is fine. So that means we have to define number range in both systems.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Got it.
Okay, got it. Okay.
Okay. So, and then, okay, we were yesterday talking about, okay, the extended inbound delivery
One question,
processing.
please.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Give me one question, please. So that number range may or may not be same in both the cases, right? In the
Yes.
as well as in EWM.
Yes.
And in any case, these both the deliveries will have the reference number of each other.
Yes, because, okay, yeah, that's what, okay, that, okay, we have always, okay, the reference to each other. IDN, that's inbound delivery notification, we have it.
Okay.
Yeah. So, anyway, okay, we'll define, okay, this thing later, okay, for the extended delivery processing. So that, okay, where actually we can go and, okay, assign this thing, okay, which I was talking these things. So this is not actually required as of now. Assigning, okay, I was talking about only certain users only can go and, okay, process the deliveries in the extended delivery processing, okay. This actually, okay, comes the actual, okay, from page 43 onwards, okay, we'll be configuring, okay, the actual, okay, the plant and the storage location combination to the EWM. Is it clear now?
Yeah.
Okay.
So see whatever we discussed till now, they're like okay the one-time setup, assuming that okay the both the systems are connections are up, and make sure that the QRFC is up and running, and make sure that okay you have registered your QRFC queues, and make sure that the QRFC queues are in the waiting status.
So registered in the sense, have you done that one anywhere, or how will you register?
Yeah, actually okay we just okay if you remember okay I just went and okay to the SMQR transaction.
Okay.
So I just okay registered the queues. I think this is in the EWM side. Okay, I registered various queues, and okay similarly on the ECC side also. Okay, because okay once it is confirmed okay to the EWM, suppose like okay you did the goods receipt in EWM, or you did the goods issue, or you posted the scrapping, it will also come as a QRFC to ECC only.
Oh, all the transactions.
Yeah.
Srini, I have one question.
Yeah, please go ahead.
You put up a star. You put up a star over here in ECC. It is good for now because we can. But how about the now in future when we will do all the things? The star will not show the bifurcation of queue.
No,
right?
this star actually is like okay works for everything. Otherwise, okay, what you have to do is that okay, if you open actually in the SAP Service Marketplace, okay, there is something called an application guide for EWM also. So that gives like okay what are all the queue names, okay, that contains like okay the DLV star, and okay the TOS star, and okay for SRM okay, it contains like okay the R3 mat star. So based on the different application, okay, see usually we'll never put actually star for the because as I actually did not remember all the correct names, I just went and put the star only.
Okay, so SAP has made the perfect name for their own, but there are some customized queue also with the name like of the organization or something like that. Is there anything?
See, okay, tomorrow, people actually can do assuming like okay G program, and if they want a QRFC programming for their own programming also, and they want to process, suppose usually okay this is happening like most of the times like for the BW queues also.
Yeah, that's what
usually if I put the star like this thing, okay, tomorrow if I run a BW system on top of this ECC, okay, if I connect my BW to this ECC, it will just make the whole system to get screwed. Because what you need to do is that for the BW system, okay, the parameters are different, like okay, the max runtime is like okay, I need to put like 1600 seconds, and the attempts may be less, and then okay, the pass time I want to increase more also.
Okay.
So that's the reason, okay, for per queue you actually have to make the separate settings,
Okay.
So typically you will not be using all the queues, I would assume, right? They'll be selected, otherwise it will be basically a process.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, you will not be using all the queues, otherwise okay, it will just simply go and okay, destroy all the QRFC work processes. Okay, so don't use actually the star, okay. So let's okay start with okay the base configuration. Okay, so assuming that okay, I assume always that okay the company code is already defined, and the chart of accounts and the GL accounts and like valuation types and all those things are okay defined. So what actually okay we'll be doing is that okay so I will actually briefly okay tell you that okay the settings actually okay the notepad, and then okay we can go through some of the settings. Okay, so first okay we have to define a plant, and then okay the storage location, and then okay create okay shipping points also, and then okay create a warehouse, and then okay assign your plant to the warehouse. So till this thing, okay, anybody has any doubt actually? Creating a plant, storage location, creating a shipping point, and then okay assigning a shipping point to the plant, and then okay anyway once you create a plant, okay, plant assigned to purchasing organization and as well as okay the sales organizations also. So this is like a very simple configuration, okay, which you have to do it at any time. Any doubt in this thing?
Srini?
Yeah.
Actually, I attended yesterday only my first class, so I didn't know about this. Can you teach me the later when you have time this one?
Okay. I'll tell you this thing.
Okay.
Oh, you are not okay. One more thing before actually, you are a MM or already something like having some WM idea?
I have some idea, but I'm not MM. I work as a hello.
Oh, okay.
Uh, uh, uh,
Okay. Okay. So in SAP, okay, if you look at actually the company code structure, okay, you know what is a company code?
yeah, I know that one.
Okay, company code, under the particular company code, okay, assuming that okay, you have a department, okay, where the procurement happens, right? And this
Okay.
purchasing organization, okay, can belong to a company code, or it can be a cross purchasing organization also.
Okay.
And then okay, you may have okay different plan. I'm telling you from the materials management perspective.
Okay.
And then okay, you will have a plans, okay, where actually you will be doing your procurement, or okay, I can say that, or you will be doing a production, or I can even make it as a distribution center also.
Okay.
And each plant, okay, you will be managing the stock at various locations also.
Yeah.
So that is okay called as okay the storage location.
Okay.
So what I can do is that I can manage my stock, okay, like okay, I know that okay, in this corner, okay, storage location corner 1 I have stock 100, and in storage location 2 corner, okay, I'm having a stock 100. But the problem with this, what is that okay, I cannot represent till to the bin level, right?
Yeah.
Because I know that okay, in this so and so plant, in so and so storage location, I have so much stock only. But I cannot know that in which bin how much stock is there, or okay, where the stock is there also.
Okay.
So if you want to actually okay, further divide this, okay, the management of your inventory, okay, I can say that okay, you need to use that okay, the warehouse management.
Yes.
So what you need to do is that okay, you have to define a plant and the storage location, and if you want to represent like a bin level, okay, you have to assign this combination to a one warehouse in the warehouse management module.
Okay.
And then what I will do is that okay, once I define my warehouse, okay, I will mention to my SAP system that yes, this warehouse I defined in SAP ECC, but this warehouse is actually maintained in a decentralized in EWM.
Okay.
Is it clear now?
Yeah.
So that warehouse in ECC just is like only a dummy warehouse only, nothing actually. It's no operational warehouse in ECC. It's only act as an interface, okay, between my ECC to EWM.
EWM. Okay.
Okay, so that okay, whenever if I know the particular warehouse, I know that okay, the plant storage location combination and all those things. So it only acts as an interface only. And moreover, okay, the warehouse in ECC is a 3-digit one, and the warehouse in EWM okay, is a 4-digit one.
Okay.
You can have up to 4 digits.
Okay.
Okay, is it clear now?
Yeah, clear.
Okay, so company code, plant, storage location, and then warehouse number, and then okay, we'll talk about okay how what are all the settings okay we'll do to enable the warehouse in the EWM. So these are okay the very base settings. So I'll just okay take you through these things. So I'm in the ERP.
Okay.
So SPRO. So you know SPRO transaction, right?
Okay.
Okay. So in the enterprise structure, so there are 2 parts, okay, the definition and assignment. I was talking about 2 things, right? Okay, first thing is that okay, you have to define it and then you have to assign it also.
Yeah.
So I think okay, for the people actually who already know WM and okay MM, this may be like okay very starting, but okay, there are people actually who want this thing also. Okay, so just bear with me.
No problem.
Okay, okay, yeah. So the logistics. So this is a place actually where you can define your own plant, and most of the times okay, you can copy it also.
Okay.
So what we defined is that okay, we defined a plant okay for our class. So HYDP is our plant,
Okay.
Hyderabad plant.
Okay.
So this is a plant okay which we defined it.
Okay.
And also okay, we defined okay some of the storage locations also.
Okay.
So under the LE node, logistics execution, okay. So I defined okay the shipping point. Okay, I'll just tell you. Okay, so I defined okay the storage locations also. So in my HYDP plant, okay. So I was telling you right, so storage locations okay belong to a plant, okay. So in our plant HYDP, So I defined, okay, these storage locations, and for each storage location you can put whatever be the address also. And then, okay, I defined shipping points also.
Okay.
So our shipping point is, okay, the HYDS, so that, okay, you can just, okay, go and, okay, refer this configuration. So Hyderabad shipping point. So once you define these things, okay, I just defined one small warehouse for this combination. So I defined the warehouse. So HYD is our warehouse.
Okay.
So it's a Hyderabad EWM warehouse.
Okay.
Okay. So then, okay, I was talking about this thing, right? Okay, the assignment also.
Okay.
Okay, so once that is, okay, the place actually where we defined it, okay, and if you just, okay, you can just, okay, define the loading point also if you want it, and then, okay, just go to the part of, sorry, I just clicked in the wrong node. So there is an assignment also. So in the, see, in SPRO, in the enterprise structure, there are two nodes always. One is for the to define the things, okay, one is to define the things, and another is for the assignment.
Okay.
So in assignment, okay, we just need to assign the logistics one. So assigning the plant to the company code, so that, okay, all the accounting, okay, and the evaluation area, okay, it belongs to that particular company code. Okay, so our plant is, okay, HYDP. So usually this company code, okay, if you go to any project, right, okay, the company code usually always defined by the FI guy, because before starting any SAP project, company code, okay, should be there. Without that thing, you cannot find any SAP project also. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so I just assigned my company code, okay, my plant to the company code, okay, 1000.
Okay.
And then, okay, if you go to logistics execution side, okay, I'll just take it through. Can you see here now? Assign the warehouse number to the plant storage location combination.
Yeah.
So once you define your plant storage location, if I want to have the bin level, I need to assign it to the warehouse level also.
Warehouse level, yes.
So this is what actually I did. Assign the warehouse number, okay, to the this thing. So our plant is, okay, the HYDP. You can see that, okay, in the HYDP I have, okay, 3 storage locations. All are managed, okay, using the warehouse, okay, HYD.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so and apart from that, okay, I just want to maintain, okay, the one shipping point, okay, to the plant.
Okay.
So you can have, okay, as many shipping points, okay, as you like it, and then if you want it, actually you can put the condition records also. Suppose like, okay, if I'm actually putting like, okay, the bulk materials, okay, I want to assign one shipping point, or okay, if I'm sending through like, okay, I'm a big warehouse, and assuming that, okay, I have 2 shipping points, one for the rail wagons and another for the truck also.
Okay.
So you can even, okay, define, okay, whatever the way you want to determine your shipping point also.
Okay.
So you can see that, okay, HYDP point, okay, I just only assigned only one shipping point, but you can assign as many shipping points as you like it also. You can see that, okay, some of the plants has more than one shipping point also.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just, okay, for the example purpose, okay, I just, okay, did this thing.
Okay.
And apart from that, what you have to do is that, okay, if I want to create any purchase order, or if I want to create any sales order against the materials, okay, what you have to do is that, okay, assigning, okay, that my plant, okay, to that particular, okay, the purchasing organization also. So assigning the purchasing organization, okay, to the plant.
Okay.
So I assigned, okay, to, sorry, purchasing organization 1000, okay, our plant, okay, HYDP, so that, okay, I can go ahead and I can create by purchase orders, okay, in this particular plant, HYDP.
Okay.
Okay, so similarly, okay, I did it in the sales also.
Okay.
So in the sales and distribution, if you go to the sales and distribution, same thing, okay, we can assign the plant, okay, to the sales organization also. So assigning the sales organization, okay, to the plant. So if you are already having SD module, you will be already knowing that okay, the sales organization and everything. So
Okay.
so there is a place actually where we assign. You can see that okay, the HYDP is assigned okay to here also to this particular sales organization.
Yeah.
So this is like okay the very base level of okay. Is it clear now? What
Yes,
actually
clear.
okay, we did it okay this thing okay.
Okay.
So once okay we now okay defined okay the shipping points okay. Is it clear now? The document actually makes more meaningful now.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so once actually okay we just defined okay the shipping point and then okay we assigned that okay the shipping point. I was talking this thing right okay. Even if you want actually okay if you want to determine the shipping point okay there you can assign it like okay the shipping point okay determination also. That means okay, like for different conditions are okay or parity wise. Suppose if one shipping point is not available or okay based on the sequence also I can just assign it also.
Oh.
Okay, so in the logistics execution okay. So what you can do is that okay if you go to the configuration, so shipping, and then okay the goods receiving point determination, so shipping point and goods receiving point determination. So in SAP like okay the shipping point and goods receiving point everything logically is a shipping point only. So what you can do is that okay you can always okay define the shipping point or you can define the various shipping conditions and then on that particular condition is satisfied okay that particular shipping point also can be taken care automatically.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry. So you can see that okay particular plant storage location combination okay you can just assign it or okay you can assign it okay as many okay the sequence numbers also. So that okay you can assign more than one shipping point okay to the same plant storage location combination also. So it's like moreover like okay the yeah please go ahead.
Puneet?
Yeah. Speaking.
Yeah, unless you ask a question, can you mute your microphone?
Okay. 1 second.
Yeah, thank you.
So once you assign okay that particular okay the shipping point okay we already defined okay these particular things okay like okay the queuing and all those things. Next thing okay what you had to do is that okay you had to maintain okay that okay the my warehouse okay such a way that okay I'm going to maintain this thing as
Can I have one question?
decent. Yeah, please go ahead.
Suppose it all depends on my business that which shipping point I need to assign, just like my rail or by road. So if both have the same, they have both have equal priority. So how would the system determine the shipping points?
See, there is something called an access sequence in SAP. So whatever actually the first one it satisfies the condition, it picks it up. But still actually when you create a delivery, you can still okay go and change the shipping point, right?
Okay.
See, okay, suppose like okay if I just okay go to my okay I'll tell you. Suppose let's take this example that okay if I try to create my delivery. Okay. So or okay if I just okay let's take this example that okay. Okay, this actually okay you can make it as a default one or okay you can change it whatever you like it also. So it's like okay the access sequence one okay based on the conditions okay you can just make sure that okay the whatever the system proposes actually. Okay. So that's what actually you can look at here that okay the define the shipping conditions. You can see here that okay you can define okay the various shipping conditions. So we can always okay put it like okay the based on the different conditions okay you can make sure that okay different shipping points are proposed automatically. Okay, so in SAP also we have okay, always this condition records. Okay. Now, next step is what actually? Now I want to maintain my warehouse as a EWM warehouse. And don't bother about, okay, the path actually mentioned in this particular document, because, okay, based on the ERP version you are going to work, these menu paths, okay, may be slightly differing also. Okay, sometimes, okay, you can find it as service parts management, or sometimes you can directly find a node with EWM itself. So see here, can you see?
This document would remain the same for the latest version also?
Sorry, come again?
This document would remain the same for the latest 7.02 version also?
It may be slightly differing because I don't have the solution manager access. Okay, this document is nothing but the solution manager content only.
Okay.
Okay, so it will be updated with the latest version. Maybe the menu path is changing slightly. That's what I'm telling, right? So you can find it, but okay, but the execution node will be the same only.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you have solution manager path?
Solution manager path means, okay, you might be knowing that, okay, once you log into the solution manager, there is something called a content repository.
Okay.
So in the content repository, where actually we should be able to find the content for every SAP module.
Okay.
But make sure that the content is loaded in the solution manager.
That is okay.
Okay, so if this is
once I go to node.
Yeah.
Once I go to node, then I can find out that all.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, you can find it. See, this is part of the SCM, and the SCM you can go to the SCE, supply chain execution. Under the thing, okay, we should be able to find this document.
Okay.
And see, you can find the config guide, and you can find that, okay, the application guide also, like how to execute it, not to configure it, but how to execute it also you can find it.
That's that. Okay.
So, EWM, if you want to integrate it, see here, you can find this thing under the EWM node also. Now,
ECC.
so we just, okay, defined all this setup. Okay. And we defined that, okay, the data transfer setup also, and we activated that, okay, the additional material, okay, these things also. Next thing is that, okay, assign the warehouse number to the warehouse number of that, okay, the decentralized, okay, SCM system. So HYD, you can see that, okay, I assigned my HYD warehouse to a decentralized system, EHYD, it's Extended Hyderabad Warehouse System also. Is it clear now? So once you make this setting, the only thing that you have to maintain is that, okay, you activate, okay, the distribution model, and apart from that, okay, generate that. Once you maintain the distribution model, okay, you have to generate it also for that particular plant, and then what messages, okay, you want to exchange with ECC. With ECC. Is it clear now? So all those settings, okay, we can find it here. So if you can just go to that, okay, the logistics execution, we should be able to find a node for the service parts, okay, management also. Where is this thing? LE. Okay, in the logistics execution, you can go either this path also, or you can go this thing also, service parts management. So I'm not using any of the other warehouse management features. So if you want to use, okay, the EWM, okay, first thing is that, okay, you have to activate the enhancement for the service parts management, and it's like one-time setup only. So don't change any of these settings also. So once actually, okay, that, okay, you selected, okay, the service parts management, and if you save it, right, okay, it will be activated automatically. So it's now,
already done.
Yeah, it's already done only. Yeah.
What is the use of this SPM?
Okay, see that, okay, you know, right, okay, in SAP from ECC 6.0 onwards, okay, no more upgrades.
Okay.
Okay, so SAP releases everything as an enhancement pack only. So what is the difference between upgrade versus enhancement pack?
Maybe enhancement pack is a small set of
it's
maybe
not exactly, I can say.
Okay.
Okay, so let me take you through other transaction, the same thing. Okay. Yes, Have you heard of this word called a switch framework? SFW5 or something?
Yeah.
Okay, so what is that advantage of this thing?
Um,
I think SFW5 or something it's. So we can activate it like, okay, what are the business functions I just want it so that, okay, yeah, this is the one only, SFW5. Suppose let's take this example that, okay, only in my ECC system, okay, I want to enable the nota fiscal functionality for Brazil only.
okay.
So that, okay, what it does is that, okay, I can just go to the SFW5 and then, okay, I can activate only that particular functionality only. Or okay, even okay, the same thing like service parts management also. So only the code specific to that particular part of the thing only, okay, it will be activated. So that okay, the testing and all those things, okay, you don't need to worry about those things. In the upgrade project, okay, what you have to do is that you have to test everything again from the beginning. Is it clear now?
Yeah, got it. Thanks.
So it's like okay, the switch framework only. So you can, if you can find it, okay, that particular node here also, you can do that thing. Otherwise, okay, you can directly go to the SPRO menu path and then okay, you can do these things also.
Okay.
Now, once I define my warehouse, I can maintain it in the decentralized WMS node also, or I can go ahead and I can maintain it here also. Maintain my EWM specific parameters. So, what I want to do is that for my warehouse HYD, you can see that okay, warehouse I want to maintain okay with a EWM warehouse, and then okay I want to send it as a queued, and then okay the distribution mode also. Okay, suppose see here tomorrow if I just want to stop all the distribution from ECC to EWM, so I can just simply come here and then okay change the setting here that okay it just okay goes and okay stops the distribution also here. So distribution okay immediately. So these are the setting okay which you have to make it okay whenever if you want to make your warehouse okay to be managed with the EWM warehouse. Yeah. And then okay we already okay defined that okay the queue types also. So the queue type okay anyway we already defined in the first setup itself. And then what you have to do is that okay generate the distribution model. So for your warehouse, so that okay all the BAPIs okay it will be registered here. So our EWM system is okay APO CLNT 890, and you can give whatever be the name actually okay you like it okay. And then okay because it's already created it okay, so I just want to check the entries. So you have to get this message everything is okay. So it's like okay same thing like okay. It's like earlier, okay, it was like, okay, the BD64 or something, okay, people used to create a distribution model and then, okay, generating the same thing. It's like what it does is that it makes a distribution model and then, okay, put the BAPI as a part of the message and then puts a particular filter as a filter criteria only, the distribution model. So I'll just take you to the actual place where it goes and registers it also. So if you go to the BD64, I think some of you, if you already worked on ALE IDOCs, you might be knowing these things.
Yeah. Srini?
Yeah.
So in that ALE IDOC distribution model, we will define like which IDOC we will use and all those things.
You can use not only the IDOC actually, you can use the BAPI also, right?
IDOCs.
Yeah.
But in this case also, in the case for what you are showing us,
yeah, it's the BAPI only, right?
Do we define separate BAPIs for each one, right?
Yeah, exactly. So here that's what it does is that okay, see if you want to define on your own in BD64, you should know the message type and you should know the BAPI and all those things, right?
Right.
So that's the reason SAP what actually they did is that okay, they made this step as an automated step only, nothing else.
Okay, can you do it again?
See earlier, okay, what you need to do is that you need to go to the BD64 and then enter the message type, or okay, at least you have to enter the BAPI and then okay, you have to save the entries, right?
Right.
So if you know that everything, that's good, but okay, usually people will not be knowing all the things, right? So that's the reason okay, SAP gave this thing itself as a direct thing, execution one. So when you execute the node, it will go and create all the entries in BD64 automatically to you.
Okay.
You got my point?
Okay.
Okay, see, once I do that thing, okay, if you go to your BD64, I'll show you those things so that you will get an idea of your old transactions. Come on, come on. Okay, see here, okay, you can see my screen, right? Okay, can you see here now? EWM HYDP is the one, okay, which we defined it. So, from this system to this particular system. You can see, can you see here now, these BAPIs?
Yeah.
So, otherwise, okay, if you know the BAPI, okay, I'm having no issues.
Okay. Okay, so by executing that other transaction, it will create entries here?
Automatic.
Sorry? Yeah, exactly. Suppose, okay, from the SPRO, if you execute these things, okay, I was telling you, right, it goes and creates a distribution model and put the HYD as a filter only.
Oh, okay, got it.
You got my point?
Yeah.
So it's not something like, okay, the very new thing I'm just showing you. SAP put this thing as a wrapper so that, okay, a consultant can implement this thing very fast, okay, without checking here and there.
Right, it's good one.
Okay, so that's what, okay, I want to show you the in-depth of the things, what it will do once you do those things also.
Right, thanks.
Okay, so we just, okay, defined that, okay, the distribution model, and then, okay, we just, okay, activated this thing also, and then anyway, we already defined the queues also.
Srini?
Yeah.
Sundar here. SC, you did the transaction SCE. What is that?
No. What is that thing? Sorry, come again?
SCE.
No. SCPM, that's what actually we used it for to sync the tables. No, for what purpose actually?
Oh, I just noted down SCE. I don't know. That is why I want.
That is from the solution manager. Contents.
No, today, okay, see, today I tell you, we used only these transactions, BD64, SFW5.
Okay.
SWF5 maybe.
Okay. I may wrongly. Okay.
Yeah, maybe actually just, okay, correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, these are, because that transaction I have not used it, so that's what.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay, so maybe that is for the switch framework, okay, so that you can activate the, suppose like that's what I was giving example, right? You want to enable the nota fiscal functionality for a Brazil only.
No, for the documentation, you said that you can go to solution manager, then the contents, SCM, SCE, solution manager, execution.
Yeah, that, okay, that one actually, okay, suppose if you want to, suppose if you want to go for the latest config guide, okay, you can always, okay, go to the solution manager, and then from solution manager, okay, we can download it. If you have the access.
Okay, got it.
So there is supply chain execution, that's the documentation.
Yeah, exactly. So you can go to the path SCM and then SCE and then EWM. Okay, you should be able to find the menu path there. Okay, so, sorry, okay. So we just, okay, defined that particular set. So I'll just take you through this, okay, the configuration path. Now, logistics execution, and then okay, the under the service parts management. So in the latest version you can find even the menu path for the EWM alone also. So where is this thing? Okay, so we integrated this thing. So and then okay, we defined the queue things and we generate the distribution model also. And then okay, if you want to enable the log actually, like okay, SLG1, okay, that okay, suppose if any errors are there, okay, or if my QRFC actually while processing, okay, if some of the errors it faces it, okay, you can just enable those things also.
What was the transaction code over there?
It's like okay, you can just directly do this thing, okay, in SLG1 also, or okay, SLG0 something is there to activate the application logs. So this is not required for us, like okay, to exist it, but usually in the production, okay, we disable these logs, okay. So that okay, otherwise okay, the tables for these things okay, it will be very fast growing. Usually we'll put only the error messages only. Is it clear now? So there are three options to you. Only the error messages, or you want to have a both, or only the disabling the logging. Most of the times in production, unless if there is an issue, we don't enable these things.
What is this useful for?
This actually, okay, whenever if a message comes by exchange between ERP to EWM, and assuming that okay, my queue got failed, and then okay, I want to see those things in my log. Oh, you know this transaction SLG1?
No.
Have you heard of this thing, the application logs?
No.
Okay, so this is the place actually. Suppose is tomorrow, even if something goes wrong in EWM also, like while activating some PPF, all those things, okay, this is the place actually where we come and see all the errors that are happening in the background. See, in the background some error happened. How do we know that errors?
Yeah.
Okay, so each log, okay, it can contain like a particular object, and then okay, the sub object, okay, I can put it for a particular user, and then I can execute it. It has to show me all the errors. See, do you remember, okay, when we execute CFM1, CFM2, we faced some errors in the SIF queue also.
Yeah,
right.
And again we deleted.
Okay, so that's the log actually where it shows. That is from the application log only. That's the transaction. It's nothing but SLG1 only.
Okay.
Okay, so that's okay. Once we activated the particular application log, okay, we already registered the queues, and then we generated the distribution model. We already saw this thing, and the thing is that okay, you have to enable the delivery split, okay, by the warehouse number also. This okay, you have to do always.
Why we have to do it always?
Because you have to allow the delivery, right? The delivery split should be allowed.
Okay.
Okay, so that's what, okay, I'm just enabling that particular functionality only. So even that's like, okay, most of the times, okay, we'll be doing that thing even for other things also. So I'm taking shipping. Deliveries. Find. Okay. Because the font size is actually too much big, so it's actually not confusing to me. So define the delivery split, okay, by the warehouse number. Sorry?
Where it is? Can you show me?
It's in the LE node. In the LE node, shipping, and then the delivery node. Okay, so for warehouse, okay, HYE. So I just enabled that. Okay, the delivery split. Okay, enable. That's all actually. Okay, I did it in my ECC side. Okay, and then okay, we'll talk about this. Okay, the class types and all those things. Okay, tomorrow when we go for the batch management. So. We already anyway activated, okay, these things.
They activated the BC set?
Yeah, okay, only thing is that, okay, the material screens only. That's only the mandatory things, okay, as of now. And because, see, these are all like, okay, based on scenario, okay, we'll be enabling these things. Like if you want to enable the returns management, or okay, if you want to enable the TCD. So when the scenario, when we are going to discuss it, okay, we'll activate them on the fly. Because this document talks about to activate everything, because we should not actually go in this path. We have to activate it based on scenario only. That's why okay, I'm just skipping this steps.
So, yeah,
okay, so when we go to the
sorry? You can define some scenario and try to activate those so that we will know exactly how to do.
Exactly, that's right. Okay, if I just activate it, okay, later you will be not even knowing that, okay, yeah, oh, because this was already activated, okay, you will forget it again.
Right.
So we finished, okay, the settings on the ECC side now. Is it clear now?
Okay. Yeah.
Now in the SCM side now, almost like half the settings are same only. Like okay, creating the RFC destination and then assigning the client to the logical system, defining the business system. So all these settings are okay. The half of them are common. So I'm just let me go to the SCM system. Yeah. So now I'm the SCM system. So what you have to do is that, same thing here also. First thing is that, make sure that, it is able to talk to my ECC system. Sorry, yeah. So you need to define the logical system. So APO CLNT 890 is the system, where we are doing it, and it is trying to talk to my R3 system. So that is my T90 CLNT 090. You can see that IDS R3 client 800. This is the system. You just need to assign the logical system to the client. So this is the one thing. And make sure that, the RFC connection is up and running. So in the communication, we just need to define the RFC destination also. But here actually somebody locked this SM59, so I can't open that thing. I just opened the port. So determine the RFC destination for each of those things. So I'm in APO system. If APO system want to talk to this particular system, is it clear now how I'm explaining this thing? My APO system, if it want to talk to this T90 CLNT 090, it has to make an RFC call to this particular RFC destination. Is it clear? So this is like, the very simple, the connection between the two systems.
This we didn't get nicely. This is not, can you explain it again?
Okay, see here, once you define the RFC, once you define the logical system, that logical system to the RFC connection, you have to link it, right?
Right.
Okay, suppose logical system is just like a name only. So if I want to talk to this particular system, from APO to T90 CLNT, it has to connect it to this particular T90 CLNT 090. So if I'm talking to my T90 CLNT 090, I'll take you through how it is this thing.
So here, how will we define here?
No. See here, I'll take you through this thing, If I want to actually,
Yeah, this we know.
There's no there's no port actually available. Next, see, if you want to talk to this thing, you should be configuring to that particular T9. See, this is only an example. I'm just taking it. No, can you just clear with your question more?
No, just we would like to know how we set up that particular configuration.
See, let's take this in the more explanation way so that we'll get to know.
In the previous screen, not this one.
Yeah.
No. What actually I just want to take is that, before knowing to this thing, logical system. I can say that, the name as Rama or Sita or whatever I like it. If I want to talk to Rama, is it clear now? Suppose I want to talk to the system Rama. So this system, I need to assign to a RFC destination. Is it clear now?
Right.
When I say the word RFC destination means, I should have the actual physical host name or IP address on which I can call my RFC calls.
Yeah.
Is it clear now? See, logical system is the place I can define whatever I like it. And then, these two things I need to link it, right? Because I can define n number of RFC destinations with my host name or IP address. Is it clear now? In SM59. But the name, if I make a call to this Rama, it has to make a call on this particular host name and IP address. That means, these two should be linked also.
Correct.
See, tomorrow, let's take this example that, I can change my host name or I can change my IP address, but I don't want to change my business scenarios.
Okay.
So that's the reason, SAP never directly communicate to the host name or to the IP address. SAP always talk to the logical system only. Is it clear now? That's the reason, what we have the logical system concept in SAP. It's a logical, that means it's not a direct connection. Once you assign this, see, tomorrow I can change my host name or I can change my RFC destination also.
Right.
Or I want to stop the communication also. Is it clear now? what I did exactly here. So that actually gives more explanation to you.
Okay, so go back to the previous transaction.
Yeah, I'll take you through that thing. So in SPRO, or okay, in the sale transaction, it's SALE, like okay, customizing for ALE. So in the communication, see, once you define the logical system, you need to establish the communication between them, right? See, once you define the RFC connection, you need to specify that for if this is a system, how I am going to connect it. See, from this system, APO CLNT 890 is the logical system name.
Logical system name.
If it is going to talk to the T90 CLNT 090, then I have to link this thing to that particular RFC destination. Is it clear now?
How will we actually link it? Like by
okay.
how?
Okay. So what you have to do is that, okay, click on here.
Yeah, this is what I want to know.
Yeah. So there is a top thing. There is a button here for SAP. Okay. I think if you if anybody is actually new to SAP, always the blank white paper symbol is for creation, and this is for deletion. This is for change. Okay. I think if I hope everybody is like not new to SAP. Is it clear now? This particular button now? Is this clear?
Yeah.
Okay,
so that is
a question for you. Here, my T90 CLNT 090 is still a logical system, right?
No, because okay, this problem is that okay, the RFC destination also they defined with the same name.
RFC destination, okay.
Okay, so that's the problem. See, okay, I'll tell you one thing. I am in ECC.
So your RFC destination is basically having all those physical attributes like the IP address and all that.
Exactly. You're right. So RFC destination is the one which actually contains the physical attributes.
Okay.
So I need to link my logical system to the RFC destination.
RFC destination.
See, what I can do is that tomorrow I can create okay my own RFC destination, and then okay I can assign it. But usually okay, if they want to identify the system name very easily, okay, it's like a moreover I can say that good nomenclature description only.
They're basically it's same, but for us to understand it's confusing. Maintenance wise.
Yeah. So that's what, okay, we can define, see here, what we can do is that, okay, I can define, okay, our own, and then, okay, you can say that, okay, the SCM underscore, okay, test underscore connection, I don't know that IP address, okay, so you just provide the IP address,
okay,
and then I can just save it. And once you define that thing, okay,
you can take that SCM test connection, put it there.
Yeah, because okay, don't put this thing because I did not mention the host name and all those things.
Yeah.
Okay, then once you define that thing is available here in the SCM test connection, okay, just okay, simply go to that, okay, the connection setup.
3.
So simply go here, delete that old one, and then click that one, and then okay, assign that particular RFC destination.
Can you click one more time the standard IP destination?
See, I'll tell you here. Yep. So let's take this thing like APO CLNT 800. I'll assign okay our things. So test underscore. What is this thing? Okay, whatever we define now. So what we defined, okay, the test should be available here now. PQRST SCM underscore test, which we defined, right? Do you remember the name?
Test.
Is it start with test or is it?
Test. SCM test.
Yeah, so.
Yes,
SCM underscore test.
This is the one, okay, which we defined it, okay. So
yeah, got it.
Okay, so then you can go ahead and you can assign it whatever you like it, okay. Is it clear now?
Yeah,
so
clear.
So with APO Client 800, I want to okay, link this to this particular RFC destination. But usually, okay, it's a good practice that okay, people define the logical system name and the RFC destination name, even if you look at for any SRM or CRM or anything, okay, they follow this name nomenclature only. Okay, so once you define those things, okay, we already, okay, anyway, once you maintain that, okay, the warehouse number, okay, I'll just take you through the basic setup in SCM system. So assuming that, okay, both the systems are, okay, connected.
Really?
Now, yeah.
Can we do tomorrow for the?
Yeah, sure, actually.
Rename.
Yeah, tomorrow what we can do is that, okay, we can finish this thing and we'll create some of the storage types also. Maybe from page, okay, 60 to the rest. It will be it's a very simple document only. It won't take, okay, more than 20 minutes now.
Hey Srini, can you?
Because we done with the ECC side, and tomorrow freshly we will touch with the EWM, and we will have all the pages of the EWM now.
Sure.
Yeah, that's better.
Okay, we'll do it tomorrow, no problem. So storage types, and then, okay, we'll distribute some more materials and then we'll receive them in the warehouse.
Sure.
Yeah, we'll go step by step. That's a good idea too.
Yeah, we'll do the step by step so that, okay, you will be getting to know that, okay, tomorrow if you go to the client place, I think you may be doing this configuration, so you should be even thorough with the configuration also. Okay.
Hey, I think we have to do this now.
Yeah, you have to do it actually most of the times, even though, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
But just only in support project we will be having 3-4 transition, but all other projects we will be
but
doing
if
all
in the implementation, actually, I can say that, okay, you have to do everything in all 3 landscapes.
All 3?
Okay. That means the development, quality, or production.
Yeah.
Okay, because these settings are like, okay, not like, okay, the transportable settings. Most of them, like, okay, the RFC destinations and defining the client logical settings and all those things, they are not transportable settings.
But this will be done by basis, no? But this will be done by basis, right?
Yeah, but okay, define the inbound queue or outbound queue that you have to take a decision.
Yes.
So those are the things, okay, where you need to coordinate with them, because the basic guy simply says, okay, you just say, I will do it.
That's why I asked Srini, because in my place we have around 10 to 12 types of queues.
Yeah.
We were not able to judge out which queue is for what name.
Exactly.
So it is very difficult.
Yeah. I will, okay, send that application guide also that, okay, what are all the queues possible. Okay, there's a table available, which I got it, which I used to will always, okay, whenever if I go to any client send, okay, this is the, I just give the table and then just maintain it like within minutes.
Okay.
So I'll give the table also to you. Those are the queue table only till EWM 7.2.
Sure.
Yes, Srini. And also one more thing, whatever the transaction we use today, like some of the transactions are very
I will
new
send
for
that,
us.
okay, yeah, I will send those things in a notepad also.
Yes, that's what, because that is like what you said, the table synchronization.
Yes.
Then SWF5 something.
SFW5. Okay, those are the some simple transactions. Okay, to activate.
Simple, but they are the like gray area for everybody.
Yeah, exactly. So those things also I will send to everybody.
Right.
Okay.
So
Srini,
yeah.
By following this document, whatever we are saying right now, can we set up everything, integration and also sending master data and transaction data between SAP and
integration you can do by following this document. The business scenarios you cannot do. This is only the integration guide only.
Yeah.
Okay.
Integration.
Okay, so that's what business scenarios we will learn it on the fly.
On the fly, yes.
Okay. But don't we have any document for business scenarios?
I have couple actually, but not for all I can say. But it's like very easy to learn, and you will not forget it also. But what we'll do is that, okay, I'll give the notes also for each configuration, like what are all the steps you have to do. I'll make our own PDF file, like the same thing, like equal to this kind of PDF file, and then I'll send it.
Yeah, because we will learn what we'll forget actually. That's why I'm
exactly.
asking.
That's what. Okay, these PDF files I'll make it and I'll send to you.
Okay.
The problem with this document is this is a huge document, and I've tried following it, but somehow during following this entire document we lose path. So it would be better if you can create a new document which is very concise and very relevant.
Exactly. That's what. Okay. That's what we'll make, like, okay, the pointed with the most probably, like, okay, the pointed to pointed one only, because this is like a solution manager content. This is like more like integration guide. So I don't want actually to give so many big documents to you, but we can. What you can do is, suppose, like, okay, deconsolidation I want to configure in EWM. Yes, I want to follow these steps. Like VAS I want to do it like this thing. Keep to order, keep to stock. Or cross docking. Okay, or these things. Labor management. These are the steps.
Correct.
That's what we want.
Exactly. So that's what, okay, what I will do is that for each topic, okay, before we start the topic, I'll send the document, okay, before you the day.
Yeah, that
So
would
that,
be
okay,
very
we'll
helpful.
prepare those things.
Okay, okay, yeah.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, through PDF, okay, I'll just do
Because
that.
we don't want Google search.
Yeah.
Right.
We want a small one where we can understand and follow the steps and we can do that.
Okay. And if you want actually any of these documents, right, okay.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay, yeah. Thanks everybody. Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks.
At the same time.
Yeah, same time. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Yeah, thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Renee.